Hello, I'm Sarah, otherwise known as Yarnmugs. Welcome to my podcast where I chat about knitting, crochet, sometimes sewing, all the things that I've been making. Before I start, I'm wearing one of my Felix cardigans. It's probably one of my favourite ones with some lovely wooden buttons. I've chatted about this before in previous podcasts when I was making it. I can't even remember now what all the yarn was, so yeah, you might have to go back and have a look at previous ones. I do have little books that I keep all my project information in, so I could look it up actually. Let me have a look. It's called Felix, I think it's Felix Cardigan number 3. Page 12. No, it's not. It's Felix number 2. Yes, I used the beige yarn is Jamieson's Ultra held double, and that's 50% lambswool, 50% Shetland, and the kind of teal colour is Ysolda's Sport Weight, and that's 70% lambswool, 30% Norwegian. Yeah, so I really love this. It's as light as a feather. It's really lovely. Really pleased with it. And I added buttons to the bottom, but they're not joined. You just got a glimpse of my thermal vest. It's quite mild weather at the minute, but it's very grey, and I do like to be cosy. Right, let's start sharing the things that I've finished. So one of the first things I've finished since the last podcast is living in my Eldenwood Craft beautiful bag, and it's the collaboration between Emma from Eldenwood Craft and Nancy from Knit Sip Happy, and I made her Wigget sock. So let's just get this on the blocker. I shared this last time, but this is to show you the one finished sock. Oh, it looks lovely. So it's beautiful yarn from Emma, lovely speckles, and this sock has got such lovely texture in it. These pearl bumps, this lovely little bit here, this textured bit on the back, and plain knitting on the foot. Really lovely pattern. This is my first Nancy pattern. I'm definitely going to be doing more of hers. It was just, written in a really lovely way. I love the way she explained her heel, with these little pearl bumps here. So it's lovely. I made a shorter version. I think the pattern repeat, I did 3 repeats, and Nancy's pattern says 5, but this is the kind of length of sock I like to wear. But it's lovely. So I've just got to cast on and make the second one. Plenty of yarn left. So loads left. I'm sure I have weighed it, just can't remember. And this is Eldenwood Craft's yarn. Check her out for her lovely bags and yarn. So that's the first thing I've finished. Now I've got 2 shawls that I've finished, and I started these in December. I'm really pleased to have these finished. So the first one this is called the Betwixtmas Shawl. Just go like that a minute and I'll get the details up. This is by Lynne Rowe. Now I was drawn to this pattern because of it being a triangle. And her pattern had lots of different stripes, thick ones, thin ones. There was a little bit of texture, and I think once I got to this part, because it's not super visible, some of her stripes also had colour work in, which I didn't do. So I literally have just used her pattern as a bit of a template, and then I've just made my stripes where I wanted to. Oh, look at that. The lovely thing about this pattern is that the edge is a rib. Can You see that, the knits and the pearls. I love that. Oh, I'm so pleased with it. It's a lovely size. Oh, it's like a stained glass window, isn't it? Oh, look, you can really see those little bumps now. Or maybe I wish I'd carried on with that bumpy pattern. But no, I'm absolutely over the moon with that. It was a very different cast on that I had not used before, this bit at the front. But yeah, I love the yarn overs there. So this yarn, let me just keep it draped round. Oh, this is my perfect shawl shape. Just so you can keep looking at it while I'm talking about it. So the plain red is in the Fibre Co, and it's colourway Zinnia. And it says there it's a lofty blend of organic cotton, cotton linen, merino wool and silk. So this was a DK weight, I think it says. Yeah, DK, it was only 50 grams of the DK. But I couldn't really, it didn't really feel much thicker than this colourful yarn. I went to pick up the ball of yarn then, but I used it all up. And this stripy, colourful yarn was from the Yarn Whisperer. And it's 100% Highland wool, Highland 4-ply zebra yarn. It was called 4 of Wands. I don't know if he's still doing that. Oh, that was just a joy to knit with. All the different colours. You know, when you've got your needle, it's a different colour every single stitch. Oh, I'm so pleased with that. I do love red. Yeah, it smells lovely. And again, this is very lightweight. And like you say, I couldn't tell that it was DK. It just blended lovely with the 4-ply. Yeah, I'm really pleased. But yeah, really love that ribbed edge. Yeah, so that is definitely my favourite shape shawl to make. A lovely V with that centre kind of spine. Really love it. So that's that one. Like I say, I cast that on in December. And as well as I've cast this one on in December. This is my crochet shawl. This is the History of Trees shawl. Let me make sure I've got that. Let me just see if I am... Oh, I've just written there about this red and zebra one. I used all of the zebra yarn and I had only 2 grams left of the red yarn. Didn't do the colourwork section, changed colours when I wanted to. Yeah, lovely, really love that. So yeah, my History of Trees shawl, this is by Christina Hadderingh, and I've made one of these before, but this version is using my yarn I bought and dyed at the Lay Family Yarn Retreat last year. So I've got one of them in the peachy colourway and the other one in the yarn that I dyed. So it's merino nylon 4-ply. So this is a very long wingspan shawl, starting off small, and again this orangey yarn was dyed by someone else at the retreat, so I just added that little mini in. This is the colourway that I dyed, so very kind of autumnal colours. You've got the big section of peach, and then you've got this section here with trees. Now, I'm probably not very happy. They're all right, but they don't really stand out. You can't really see them. I don't know if you can see them close up. They're it's hard to see, but they're kind of stitches on the outside, and they're kind of like spines, you know, stalks coming out. I don't know if it would have been better to have my yarn as the background and the peachy as the trees. And then the last part of this shawl, again, it's like filet. And again, it's hard to see, but again, it's like filet shaped into a tree. So it's like a triangle with a little stalk or trunk. But it kind of is invisible, isn't it, in the yarn? And then I just finished it up with a little bit of the remaining peach. I'll show you how big it is and how I tend to wear this style shawl. So I tend to have the bit with the V, or look how long it is, the pointy bit around me. And I kind of fling that over there, this bit around, and then I tend to tie the ends in a knot and just fling it back. Yeah, so you can't really end up seeing that little bit of colour, but oh, that's lovely. Yeah, really pleased with that, and I like the little peach edge. Lovely. But what feels nice is using the yarn up as soon as I'd kind of got it. And I really picked this colour to go with my hand-dyed yarn. So yeah, I'm really, really pleased that I've made something. Oh, it's lovely. Very, very light again and soft, but nice and big. That's how I wear my original version. Because of that shape of it, it's hard to know how else. Yeah, I don't tend to do it that way round, so maybe if you're right or left-handed, depending. But yeah, you kind of want the biggest part, don't you, down the centre of you, and use this as the scarf around you. Yeah, it's huge, isn't it? So both of those shawls have been blocked. So I washed them in Euclan wool wash in the lavender smell, and then I pegged them out on the line, so I've got a really nice sharp straight edge. Yeah, so really, really happy with that. But yeah, I think what I found hard this time round was that the tree section where it kind of overlays. Where is it? Yeah, this kind of section. It was really hard to keep them in a nice straight line. Again, it's quite difficult to see. But and in the end, I just thought, oh, don't even worry about it. You can barely see. It's just a little bit of interest, a little bit of texture. No one's going to know. Yeah, I don't think I put anything else about. Just hard to keep the edges and the trees straight. But like I say, once it's all on, it all just fluffs up around you, doesn't it? And yeah, it's just a lovely thing to wear. Now the next thing, I don't know if I shared this on the podcast. I don't think I did. I think I might have shared it on my Friday vlogs. But a friend of mine who I've made baby blankets for as gifts for her to give asked me to make another one, but wanted it in a different pattern. Now usually when I crochet baby blankets, I make the Dainty Diamond pattern by Ivy and Mabel. So I looked at Ivy and Mabel's site, and I bought a few other patterns to try. They're all, I call it filet, is that how you say it? Filet crochet, where you've just got the holes. I'm just plucking out my cat's hair because I've washed it, and I thought I'd kept it free of hair, but I keep finding, oh my goodness, I'll have to give that an examine before I give it away. So it's made in Stylecraft Special DK, which I love making baby blankets with. Now, for anyone that knows the Dainty Diamond, that's the kind of pattern. But for this one, it's called Dainty Darling, and it's got this chevron bit as well. It gives it a really lovely shape. Can you see that? And then I just did a couple of rounds of UK double crochet just to kind of give it just a simple plain edge. Yeah, really pleased with it. She wanted it a little bit smaller than usual. I normally do about 40 rounds. In fact, I can't remember how many rounds I've done, but it's 30 something. But it's a perfect size, isn't it, for a little baby in the pram or a Moses basket, you know, just a lovely small. But yeah, I really love that pattern. And it just took me a little while to get to grips with the chevron. And in fact, I found this with her Dainty Diamond. I can't always understand her pattern writing, and I have to try and work a bit out for myself. It's just trying to work out the repeats, and for me it's always just knowing how do you start the next round. There is a pattern repeat which you can it helps guide you, the same as the chevron. Once I kind of got to grips with, oh yeah, that's where the chevron is. So yeah, just to be aware in case you struggle with the written pattern. There is an image as well. I think I ended up using that as I can see it now. I can see where I'm meant to be putting the holes. So yeah, really pleased. That's going off to its new baby this week. And also my same friend asked me to make a baby bonnet, but not for a new baby. And again, I think it was in my January vlogs, or maybe it was in December, I can't remember now, but I made a baby bonnet for another member of her family, and she wanted me to make another one, but a little bit bigger. So this pattern is, what's it called? It's called the Pixie Baby Bonnet, and it's by Adore Kriya Crochet on YouTube. And I think the stitch is called the lemon peel stitch. So again, I've used Stylecraft Special DK in the colour Sage, and this pattern is lovely. I just followed it from the YouTube tutorial and just kept stopping it. It's really simple. I made this in 2 days. You start off with this part, the rib, and then you grow it, and then you have to sew a bit down there. Even the way this is all grafted on, it was so clever, the design of making the little straps. But isn't it cute? You can just imagine. So it's not for a little baby. I think this is for a baby that's a bit older. But yeah, I would really recommend that YouTube channel. Again, I've given this a wash and it kind of has softened up, even though Stylecraft is soft, but when I was making it, it felt a bit stiff. But as soon as I gave it a wash, yeah, it's come up lovely. So I made her before, it's like a burgundy colour, and she wanted a sage green. So they're off to their owners this week. But yeah, nothing to add to that. It was just I just followed what she said, but I just did a few more rounds extra on this rib just to give me a bit more sizing. Oh, the pattern is lovely. Isn't that a lovely texture? That would be nice in a blanket, wouldn't it? Just it's lovely. So yeah, I'll link everything below with the link to that little video where you just crochet along with her. Okay, I've got one more thing to share. It's the only thing that I'm working on now. Out of everything that I've been making, I've just got one Wigget sock to make, and I've also got another sock that I made last year, so I need to do the second one to make the pair. And the only other thing I've got that I'm working on is my daughter's university blanket. Let me just have a sip of tea. So I shared some of this with you last time, but I've loved working on this. Where are we at? Okay. Yeah, here we go. So again, this is using Stylecraft Special DK in a range of colours. Oh, look. I think last time I saw you, I was on this blue. yeah, after this lovely bit here, that blue. So I've done all of this since last time. And there are sections, and each section is a different pattern. Look at those bobbles. Oh, the texture of them is so nice. There's I think they might be popcorn stitch actually. There's those, there's puffs, I think these are the bobbles. They stand out a little bit more when you kind of put it on can you see that 3D effect? Yeah, really, really lovely. I'm loving these shells. That looks lovely. Yes, it's getting quite big. Now the only thing I found with this is that I've only got a few ends to wind in. You can see here it kind of goes in and then comes out a bit, and that happens on a few. Yeah, there's a bit there as well. Goes in and out, but I'm really not worrying about it at all, because what I will do once I've made all of the pattern, I will then go round with a border, and the border might even be quite deep, using all the colours. If anyone wanted to know what the colours are, it's parchment, tea green, North Sea, sage, mallard blue, and Lincoln. That's one of the colours as well. Yeah, it's really lovely. I'm so happy. I kind of, I'll just show you what it looks like in my little book. So I gave each of the colours a few different letters of the alphabet. So as I'm going through the pattern and it says, oh, you need to use colour D, then I can see it'll all be random. Yeah, it's really exciting. So I'm thinking, oh, what are going to be the next colour combinations? So this is, I didn't say what it was, did I? This is the Spicier Life blanket, crochet blanket by Sandra Paul. Previous to that, she did the Spice of Life, and this is the Spicier. It's lovely. I'm so happy with it. And like I say, my daughter's going away in September, so I've got still quite a few months to go to get that finished, but it's so lovely to work on. Ah, lovely. Now, what's the time? 22 minutes. Okay, so they're all the things that I've finished and that I'm currently working on. I just wanted to share some yarn that I bought. Anyone following Kelly from Lay Family Yarn, she's been inviting friends and podcasters along to dye their yarn, and I've bought all of the yarn so far from all of those sessions. And this is Gainer's from Tales from Cuckoo Land, her second offering, and she's calling this Spuddle. It is beautiful, lovely speckles. So yeah, I bought this because I've bought all of the others and I loved it as well. I bought the DK version. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but I just wanted to have it because I've bought all the others so far. Oh, it's so squidgy. Yeah, have you bought this? Did you buy Herkle Durkle by Gainer as well? Yeah, it's really lovely. Such a lovely combination of pinks, but also kind of chocolatey speckles. Really lovely. And then the lovely Caroline, a viewer from this podcast and my Friday vlogs, sent me a lovely card and a gift of some yarn that she wanted to move on to another home. And so she sent me this. Look at the colour, it's perfect for me. I wear a lot of this colour, or use a lot of this colour yarn. Now, this is from the Wool Barn. I've had one skein of Wool Barn yarn years ago. It's beautiful. So this is extra fine merino sock, 4-ply, in the colourway Sea Foam, but she's put there oopsie, because I think it was, she wasn't happy with the colourway. And there is kind of a mutedness to it, but I really like it. So I'm definitely going to be turning this into a jumper or cardigan. I'm quite tempted to make the Whitmore cardie or jumper. I did make that a long time ago, and I made a few mistakes, and I've made some kind of rookie errors with my yarn choice. So yeah, how lovely to have 4 skeins. Normally all the cardigans I make are 3 skeins, and on me it comes, you know, it's kind of below my waist, but yeah, so just imagine if I had a 4th skein, I could just get it, yeah, a little bit longer. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to turn this into the Whitmore. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah, I think that is it. I have bought some other yarn, which I haven't shown, and it was my first time buying some unspun yarn. I've just wound a ball, I've wound a ball by winding 2 pieces together to make it a bit thicker. But that yarn, it just pulls apart like cotton wool. So it's a real experience just, you know, handling it. But I've got a pattern that I need to start, and I've got some friends who are also using the same yarn and the same pattern. So hopefully next month I'll be able to show you progress on that. But it is lovely yarn, it smells delicious, and I'm excited just to have a go. Do something with just wool in its kind of natural state. Yeah, okay, that's it for now. I hope everyone's okay. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching all my other videos that I do as well. I'm still doing my Friday vlogs. Really appreciate all your kindness and all your positivity. And hopefully I'll catch up in a month's time. Thank you. Take care. Bye.